An attack on Dallas Police headquarters, no officers hurt, a white woman disguising herself as black, and Donald Trump wants to be president. Welcome to the Fox 4 with Ben Ferguson. And
just a normal day in the neighborhood, right?
That's your perfect week, isn't it, Ben?
I mean,
if I would have handed that to you, you'd say, Eureka, you got to be kidding
me.
Yeah.
The only thing missing from Donald Trump's announcement was him saying, oh, and by the way, I'm black. You know, that would have been the only thing that would have made it that much better.
He knows how to get talk going, doesn't he?
It is unbelievable. It is I was watching his speech when he started this thing, and he plugged his golf courses like 25 times. I'm like, is this a sales pitch for timeshare, or are you running for president? I'm not sure which one it is.
By the way, I'm rich.
Yeah, oh, and I'm rich. I have $8 billion. Sure you do, buddy. Okay, I believe you.
Do you see him as a legitimate candidate?
No, but I think that everybody better take him legitimately as the candidate that they need to destroy the quickest. This is going to be a serious problem in the GOP primary. The fact that he could be up on stage. Remember, the first debate is going to have the top 10 people that are polling. There are guys like Rick Santorum and John Kasich and other very legitimate candidates that may be pushed off that stage for a sideshow. And Donald Trump is going to do nothing but harm the GOP. And I talked to 5 different other presidential campaigns in the last 24 hours. All of them said the same thing. We are going to do everything we can to get rid of him as quick as we possibly can, because this election is way too serious to have Donald Trump hanging around. I mean, he is literally the Kardashian of the GOP primary.
Problem is, he's got plenty of money. He can hang around as long as he wants to, really. Let me ask you something. I got a lot of email from people saying their perception is like from The Apprentice and such. He tells it like it is and this and that. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's a TV personality, but was there anything he said that you liked?
Sure, there are things that he says that I like, but there's also things that Vladimir Putin has said that I like. Like, for example, the Olympics is a great thing, and it's great for the world to come together, but it doesn't mean I like Vladimir Putin. I mean, Donald Trump is a blunt guy, but he's also the most hated candidate in the Democratic or Republican field polling. The biggest disfavorable ratings of any candidate that we've seen literally in my entire lifetime. So there is no way he is going to get elected. So this is all about Donald Trump. This is narcissism, and it's going to be a pain to the other candidates that are up there when he's just throwing bombs left and right and also pimping his golf course and reminding you how rich he is. Who does that?
Hey, have you been to Doral? Anyway, all right.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. Now to the former Washington State NAACP chapter president, Rachel Dolezal, who is white, lied about being black, now using Bruce Jenner-type terminology, saying she identifies as black. What do you make of all that?
You know what? This is what I said. If there aren't absolutes in the world, then it will never stop. And when you have, her argument that she's making is very much the same argument that Bruce Jenner made when he said, I'm going to become a woman. And people said, oh, well, we'll accept that. So now she's saying, well, I think that I'm African-American. I feel like I'm African-American. Who are you to tell me that I'm not African-American? When 98% of the people watching that are going, you're white. That's what you are. That should be pretty normal to be able to say that. We shouldn't be afraid of saying that. Bruce Jenner was a man. You shouldn't be afraid to say that he was a man. And this is going to be the next part of this story of where do we draw the line in society of what we say is one thing or the other. And it doesn't mean that you're bigoted or racist or homophobic or sexist or anything else. There is a woman, there is a man, there are black people, and there are white people, and a lot of others in between.
Let me ask you something quickly. Is this news? I mean, outside Spokane, Matt Lauer interviewed her for 10 minutes. Is this where we're at?
It's shock and awe, and everyone has an opinion on it. I don't know if it's news. It's more of, I can't believe, one, she was able to pull it off. I can't believe what she's
claiming. Well, people are embracing her, too, right? Usually, this kind of she'd be a con artist, but some are embracing her. And
there's a lot of people that are embracing her saying, yeah, look, you can be what you think you are. This is the new world that we live in, where there is a segment of society that truly believes that you can be whatever you want to be, even if it doesn't make sense, even if everyone knows that you're kind of crazy. I think this woman's crazy. I think she's white. I don't think she's black. And people are like, oh, you can't say that. Why can't I say that? You're white. I'm white. And she's white as well.
All right, last topic, the attack on Dallas police over the weekend. It's kind of ratcheted up criticism of police using military-style gear and equipment. I get the criticism of, I think it was a South Carolina sheriff's deputy that put it up, or sheriff's department put it up on eBay, that armored van.
Sure.
But I don't get how that translates to a lot of people saying Dallas police shouldn't have these military gear protection.
Well, and this all came out of a big debate over Ferguson, and there was a lot of criticism that the police were too militarized. And then we had President Barack Obama that decided to limit the sale of certain, basically old war gear from being able to be sold to police departments. Now, there is a lot of things that the Dallas police and others around here have received, including helicopters they could not have afforded without them being hand-me-downs from the military and our armed forces. And when you see that an individual, a private individual, can go out there and they can get their hands on this type of vehicle and body armor and guns, our police need to have what it takes to take on a guy like this, assuming they may have to do it every single day, or including terrorists or groups of terrorists who also can get their hands on these armored vehicles. Our police, I back them when they say they need the bigger vehicles, they need the armored vehicles, they need the bigger guns. I support them solely because this went, I mean, a lot of people would say this went 11 hours too long.
All right. I think a lot of people would support being able to control the bad guys.
Absolutely. But the police, the fact that people were saying the police shouldn't have this gear or as much of it, this is proof they need it.
All right. Ben Ferguson, that's the Fox 4 with Ben Ferguson. Remember to follow Ben on Twitter. Got 500,000 followers right now. He is at Ben Ferguson Show. Ben, thanks. Have a good one.
Thanks, man.